through the ventilation in the vehicle from above with a more consistent and ambient climate control system. Inside, you'll be surrounded by a host of luxury and technology, a beautiful striking white-on-white leather interior, accented with subtle chrome trim. You'll notice a suede headliner up top, and on the door panels and dash, light gray driftwood veneer paneling. Very modern, unique design. So we're anticipating roughly 180 horsepower, about 180 pound-feet of torque, but the real story is fuel efficiency. We're expecting roughly 43 miles per gallon on the highway, low to mid-30s in the city, and that's very impressive when you're talking about a traditional gasoline engine. No premium fuel, no hydrogen or hybrid applications.
Hey you, and you, yeah, and you over there, come outside.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Ford display. Thanks for stopping by.
The way the auto show models are dressed tells you who they think is going to buy the car.
Yeah. Brought over the United States.
Damn, that's big. If you average 20 highway miles a day, driving a Fiesta could cut CO2 emissions by almost 400 pounds a year. Talk about political muscle.
Feature is our intelligent protection system. On this way, play a fun game here at Ford.
This is a visual representation of the fuel efficiency of the Ford Fiesta, how it sips fuel much more slowly than its competition, which is already run dry. They found a series of visual ways to represent their concepts here at the Ford display.
What brought you to the show today? Is it 1, shopping for a new vehicle? Is it 2, something to do with family or friends? Or 3, other? 1, 2, or 3. No star, no power, just
Okay, here we go.
The engine out of the Ford Fusion Hybrid, which is getting up to 47 miles an hour in EV mode. Here's your electric motor right here. Here's the gas engine, which operates on the more fuel-efficient Atkinson cycle.
Is it 1, foam bezels and vehicle pillars? Is it 2, ambient lighting? Or is it 3, power shift 6-speed automatic transmission?
They're really pushing this Fiesta thing. They must have big expectations for it, and they should. It's the right size car for the right time.
The center stack off of what device? Was it 1, a cell phone? Was it 2?
This demonstrates side curtain airbags. Airbags in the seat, passenger side airbags. This is what they look like when they're all inflated. Give you a sense of you being cushioned lovingly in a cloud of safety. So it's like Volvo, long synonymous with safety, is trying to sex up their image a little bit. Check out that center stack. It's crystal.
Yeah, 305 horsepower all-wheel drive when it comes out. Will be out in September.
Is it going to be close to this?
Body length, width, the sides of the car very similar. We won't have suicide doors. We won't have a B-pillar. We won't have a 200-pound glass sunroof up there and stuff like that. We won't have the Viking headlights either.
Most people, oh, these are so cute. I'm not going to buy it though.
Yeah, right.
You want to get your own only car.
There is so much space in here. It is ridiculous how much space there is in this car. We are here at the Land Rover stand, and while they're certainly among the world's most capable off-road vehicles, giant heavy SUVs, thirsty as they are, have come to represent excess consumption. We see these models of the internal combustion engine here, which have been the driving force in our economy over the last probably 130 years as they've risen to global dominance. And this right here, a marvel of engineering though it is I suppose it's still the technology of today, but it's rapidly becoming the technology of yesterday, and I'm looking forward to putting this behind us so we'll see it only in museum stands rather than underneath the hoods of our personal vehicles. Now here in the auto show program, you get a sense of just how the ground is shifting, sort of tectonically, underneath the auto business. These are all the hybrids and alternative fuel vehicles that are on display here at the auto show. This is by far the most they've ever had. And I think we're seeing motion in this direction that is unstoppable. It's a race to see who will be the first to bring practical electric vehicles to the road. The Audi A3 TDI, now TDI is a fancy way to say turbo diesel, is considered the green car of the year for 2010. It gets 42 highway miles on a gallon of diesel fuel. And it's a very handsome car. I think what it shows is that Audi's committed to bringing diesels back to the States. They haven't been seen here much since the early 80s when American manufacturers totally screwed up the diesel game. This is the Audi e-tron concept, which Audi says they are committed to building, I believe in 2012. So I imagine you'll get a little more visibility out the rear. They've taken their R8 supercar and they've shortened it somewhat and put an electric motor, several electric motors in here. And I believe the range is going to be up to about 200 miles and the cost is going to be about 200 grand.
200 grand?
That's what I read in the Automobile magazine last month. Look at the inside there. Really give you a Star Trek-y taste of the future. You can see the complex forms in the wheel design there. I'm not sure that they'll come quite across in video. They're stunning in person. Yeah, as well, the rear view mirrors are gone. Those are rear-facing view cameras. I think that Tesla, the low-volume manufacturer, has really proven that there's a market for high-end electric sports cars. They've been selling their Tesla electric Roadster for about $110,000. And Audi's thinking, well, if Tesla can do it, we can do it, and we can do it even bigger and charge quite a bit more for it. I think the market is there. That one. Certainly a gee-whiz display and a great way to get people excited about electric vehicles. Now this is the Audi R8 5.2 FSI, blah, blah, blah. It's got a stonking huge V10 back here. That's obviously not electric power. This car, this is the internal combustion version of the e-tron concept over there. And you can see this is the sort of leading edge of gas-burning, earth-destroying, exotic fun on four wheels, which I have to confess I have a soft spot for. About $165,000 will buy you this car. It's a bargain. It didn't look so great, but I really like it. What do you think? Well, yeah, it looks better with a hard top. But that bulging tonneau cover on the back. Back here, it is a flex fuel vehicle and it says E85 ethanol. There are a lot of cars out there, millions in fact, that have this little plaque on it. And so what does it mean? If you have one of these, or your neighbor does, chances are good your neighbor might, that this car can run on gasoline, ethanol, or any mix of the two. I think it's been more of a PR ploy on the part of the major manufacturers to say, look, we built all these green cars, we put millions and millions of them on the road. It was sort of a cheap way around it without having to build more hybrids and electrics. I know, it's got an enormous supercharged V8 with 638 horsepower. I think it destroys rainforests just driving it down the street, but I love it. So I think Audi's got the right idea to make the e-tron electric supercar extremely appealing and sexy, and Chevy's Volt is going to be really useful for suburban moms and dads, and it's going to be an every person car. When they make electric cars as sexy as this, then I think GM will be on it.